Hello and welcome to the Business Spotlight interview series. I'm your host, Mauricio Pearson, practice owner here from Action Coach South Miami. And today I'm joined by Kelly Ramsden, managing partner of Office Edge and Legal Edge Service, South Florida's leader in boutique offices and space solution. I'm excited to jump into a conversation about entrepreneurship. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about this interesting subject. How would you like to start us with a brief background on who you are and what you do and what is Office Edge?
Great. Thank you for the opportunity. So my name is Kelly Ramsden, as you said, and Office Edge and Legal Edge are basically business services companies. We've been in the South Florida market for 23 years. We provide physical space through executive suites and co-working, but mostly we provide support services to businesses, turnkey law offices, any type of support for the entrepreneur, whether it be plain administrative work, more expertise in paralegal or bookkeeping, or graphic artist, and all of the other kinds of things that a business needs to be successful. We're the one-stop shop for them.
Very nice, very cool. I love it. And now let me dive into some details. If you had to start from square one businesses, what would you do differently this time?
Well, I probably would have started earlier in my career because it is so gratifying to run your own business and be your own boss. The second thing is I probably would have taken a few more risks early on. I came from the corporate world where risk management was a big issue, and making decisions that were very bottom line oriented was important. And so for me, I think I've learned as an entrepreneur that risks aren't bad. And so I probably would have taken more risk earlier in my career. And the other thing is, I think perfection is not always the goal, right? So Voltaire thinks that, perfection is the enemy of good. So I think that launching a product or a service, you can be really good at it, and that perfection and the tweaking comes from the marketplace and from your customers. And so don't be afraid to jump into it and do it, even if it's not 100%.
Very, very interesting. I think it's something that we all entrepreneurs go through those processes, and we both always have that challenges to try to do some things better every time. And there's always the risk in front, and the best part is to confront them. I agree with you. So in our
challenge,
next,
right?
yes, a lot of challenges when opening a new business.
Mm-hmm.
Our next question is, what have your biggest learning been as an employer since you began in business?
I would say probably every one of my decisions counts. I mean, it has major impact on what we do. And so I think it's really important that you own your decisions and you own the outcomes. And I think the other thing is to be able to understand a little bit more about how each employee plays a valuable role, and to really understand their contributions as individuals and also as a team. Those two things to me are really important.
Yeah, having an excellent team is very important for an entrepreneur in order to delegate and to create a system that will actually make the system so we can work on the business, not in the business, and
Exactly.
make the business really works. And what are some of the common misconceptions about running a business, and how do you address them?
I think it's especially difficult when you first start out, right? So a new entrepreneur has this great idea and they think that they can, take on the world and that they're going to be very successful. And you need to be that way in order to be successful. But I think sometimes we all underestimate what it really takes to make something happen successfully, right? Getting a product to market or selling a service to a fellow professional. I think those things are really difficult, and there's a lot of steps and pieces and parts. And so being able to understand your own weaknesses or your own areas where you need some help, finding the experts to help you do it, and then taking that expert's advice, right? I think those are the key things when you're really starting, and even today running my business. I work a lot with professionals who I value their opinion, may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, if it's a CPA or it's a finance person, you have to take their knowledge and really use it if you're going to ask for it.
Surrounding ourselves with the best people that we can provide, that'll give us a good perception. And this, another thing is, the more we read, the more we earn. So reading and getting with the right people around is the best part that we can get in order to succeed in the business. I agree with you.
It's true. I mean, surrounding yourself with smart, good, intelligent people really makes you a better person in the end of the day, I think, too.
Yeah. And what do you attribute your growth to?
Growth. I think for me, the growth has been through the team that I've hired, right?
Okay.
Through my clients,
Mm-hmm.
through my community, my vendors, my competitors. I think it's really important to understand a little bit about how you treat other people at the end of the day really has a long-term impact on you, right? So my employees with respect and open-mindedness, right? My clients with service-driven attitude. What can I do to help you? How can I improve your business? My competitors, I learn from them. What are they doing well? What are they doing not so well, right? Partnering with my vendors, making it a business relationship, not just a one-sided arrangement. And then always with that eye to the community, right? Giving back to the community, being involved in my community, valuing, where I live. I think it's always, and you probably hear the theme, for me, it's people. It's always been that drive to work with people, through people, together with people. And I think that's really what's helped me over the years.
And how do you balance your personal life with the demand of running a business? How do you do that?
I think if I had the answer to that, I would be not sitting here with you today. I think it's something we all strive for. It's really important that we do it. I think the thing that has kept me sane over the years is I work really hard and pretty intense when I work, but I play the same way, right? So I've learned that taking time off, not just getting out of the office, but really taking time off, unplugging a little bit, checking in, not being completely away, but checking in from time to time, but empowering your team to give you that time, right? We all need it. And I think that that's really key. The other one is just self-care, trying to make yourself spend more time taking care of you, whether that's exercise, having a good meal, a nice glass of wine, whatever it might be that gives you that joy at the end of a tough week. I think that's kind of the balance you need as well.
Excellent. And it's important as an entrepreneur to give time to do the things that we like to do the spare time to dedicate to the family and also to dedicate to the business. But also that balance is given by the right structure and the right management of a business like yours. So
it's
the
very
balance,
true.
it's very important.
Yeah.
And what qualities do you look for in employees? How do you foster a positive and productive work environment? What do you look for?
I'm really sorry. I'm really happy to say that I have a lot of really long-term employees. Over 50% of my employees have been with me over 10 years. And we've only been in business 23 years. And I have many of them that have been 17, 18 years. And I think it really starts with hiring the right person, and that person has to care, number one, right? They have to really want to do a good job and really care about people and really focus on the goals of the organization. And in ours, it's providing exceptional service and taking care of our clients, right? So if they care about that, that's half the battle. The other skill sets you can teach, right? But you can't teach someone to care. You can't teach someone to be a good person, right? And so those are really important to me. But the tangible ones are, we need reliability. Do what you say when you're what you do when you say you're going to do it, right? Deliver what you promised on a timely basis, right? Be able to work in a team, because none of us, right, can survive alone. And so if we don't work together as a team, then we fail as a team. So if you're that lone wolf, There's great places for you to be, but probably not in our organization. And then the last one is, professionally warm. And I know that's kind of a weird combination, right? But being that person that is professional, is put together, but does it in a very warm and caring way. And I think that that's important. And so if we bring people like that together, then it makes it easier to then be successful as an employer, because your team is comprised of the right group of people, right? And so now what do you do to keep them? You recognize who they are. Everyone is an individual. We're all motivated by different things. We all like to do different things. We get frustrated by unique things. And so every one of us is an individual. And so trying to carve out meaningful work for each person is important. Trying to recognize that some people need to manage stress in a different way. And so rewarding or giving time off is important to some people. Other people don't want a day off, but they want you to tell them how well they do things, right? And so I think it's that individual attention and approach that's important. I think, and then we celebrate the smallest accomplishments in the world to the biggest ones, but making it happy, right? Making it a good place to be. Let's have some fun. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we see that's very important to have fun in the business, and also to see that if we, the owners, take care of the employees, then the employees take care of the clients, and the client take care of the business, and the business takes care of the stockholders or owners of the company. So it's like a circle, as that if you make it work that way, it's going to work perfectly for the people that have come up with a new idea, the entrepreneurship investment. Yeah, I agree with
I
you.
think it's very true. And I think that the challenge that a lot of people have is they don't like what they do, right? And so we want people to be here who love what they do. And if you love what you do, then our clients see that, right? And it rubs off on all of us, right? So I think I try to set that example. I really still, after 23 years, enjoy what I do every day. I love interacting. And I think when people see that, then I think that's that leadership by example, or walking the talk, as some people say.
Excellent. And what is the most that inspire you today? What
I'm
is
sorry,
that?
what inspires me?
What is the most that inspires you today in your business?
I think it's just the people aspect. I truly enjoy our clients, right? They're so diverse and they come from so many different backgrounds. And I watch how they run their businesses, whether you're a law firm, you're an entrepreneur, you're a consultant, you're a financial planner, a CPA, you all have a different business, but I learn from each one of my clients, right? They really energize me with their business plans, their ideas, their frustrations, our problem solving. And so for me, I am inspired every day by the hurdles that my clients overcome to be successful. They're my heroes. I mean, there's 1,200 of them in South Florida, and they all have different challenges, and they've all, weathered personal or professional adversity that made them where they are today. And I think it's incredible. There's so many human interest stories in our life, that really just make you feel good, make you really feel like you're around some great people and some very accomplished people.
It is definitely a very interesting area.
Mhm.
Very interesting. So thank you so much for your time today, Kelly. It was great meeting you and learning more about your entrepreneurship journey. To everyone watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.